Hi everybody, this is Janet Wright, and these are my reading glasses. I just got them. So anyway, this is going to be an intro video to introduce you to the concepts and ideas that were, and techniques really, that were used in this triplet set, that are being used in this triplet set. This is the January 4th, 2018 triplet set. So the healings are on January 4th, January 6th, January 8th of 2018. But you can use these videos whenever you want. They don't only have to be done at this time of year. And this intro video, I think, well, I always think it's good to watch these intro videos. Like, honestly, I'm not just, saying that. But this one in particular, because the information of, like, the reasons why we're doing these techniques, I think would add to your life. But first, let's just back up and do a little overview, like simple overview stuff for this set. So this triplet set is for 71 people in a bunch of different countries, although I don't have the count of how many countries offhand. It's probably about 6 or 7 countries, but it'll be in the start of this video. And we do also have kids. So hi kids. And let's see, the theme of this triplet set is find yourself and reduce overgiving. And it's very funny because this theme, find yourself, at first I mean, I knew it was cool, but I thought, well, it's kind of hard to explain to other people. Like, what is that, find yourself? What does that mean? But the techniques are pretty cool. Oh, and the big thing that I needed to say too about the techniques in this triplet set, the Archangel Jophiel. There's an Archangel named Jophiel. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it really perfectly well, her name, but Jophiel, Jophiel, Jophiel. Anyway, so she's an Archangel and she helped me create this triplet set. I only found out the other day, like, cause she and I had been working in my sleep, but I think the angels thought it would be too distracting if I knew I was working with the Archangel Jophiel on this triplet set for like the last month. So I only found out like a day or two ago that I was working with an Archangel for this triplet set, because usually I work with my personal angels only for the triplets most of the time. But anyway, so I guess this triplet set and others going forward for a while, the Archangel Jophiel will be helping me with them, helping me to design the techniques and maybe a little bit of the execution. So it's still me as a healer doing the work, but like for example in this one, the final blessing, from the angels is a blessing from your angels and Archangel Jophiel. So kind of cool, very cool. But anyway, so the idea of this triplet set is, it's interesting. It's kind of, again, where psychology meets sort of chakra work. Because there's this sense of self. And the idea is, like, if you imagine, say this, it's like if you pull within. You pull your awareness within. Do you like what you sense? Because a lot of people, they might be like, well, I try to pull my energy in and I don't sense anything, Janet. But, maybe it's just because your awareness, you haven't trained your awareness to notice subtle things. And that's okay. But subconsciously as a spirit, you do notice things. There's nobody who subconsciously doesn't sense themselves from within. So you're doing it, you just don't know what you're sensing consciously. Okay, so you can't really mess up on this, So the idea, the concept behind this is we're clearing energy blocks in this inner space, this inner self space, so that when you pull within and you sense your energy within you, you're gonna like what you sense more and more. And when you like what you sense, this inner self energy of yours, when you like how that feels more, you'll keep this inner awareness, you'll keep this inner sense, and that will give you a balance, and it'll help replenish you. And so then it actually affects your chakras. Like I can look at chakra by chakra, you know, and if as we're healing this inner space for people, they're going to be sort of fixing their boundary issues on different chakra levels. So like if I look at, to give you a specific but confidential example, you know, I never, of course, would say who's in this triplet set out loud, you know, to people. But if I look at, let's see, for this triplet set. Okay, yeah. So for this triplet set, a sample person, let's say, if I just pick her, she has boundary issues. She overgives so much. And she would agree. Like this isn't just a subconscious thing she has no idea about. So she has boundary issues in most of her chakras. But since we come in from the top down, so 7th chakra, 6th chakra, 5th, 4th, 3, 2, 1, right? So usually you get your act together more in the upper chakras and then the middle chakras and then the lower chakras, right? So with her, she's not like completely, you know, overgiving all over the map because she has worked on it a little bit. So she has boundary issues. She's okay in 7th chakra and 6th chakra. Before this set, she was okay with her boundary issues at her 7th chakra and her 6th chakra, but not 5th, 4th, 3, 2, 1. So she had boundary issues pretty much overall. I don't think she knew that it was just in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 that she had boundary issues, but that's the truth. So what that means, practically speaking, is then in her aura, those inner layers, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, is where like her clients would hang out, her friends would hang out, her employers would hang out. You know, she'd just have a really hard time like sort of self-asserting on a spirit level and being like, hey, this is mine, this is for me. But the idea is if we help her, or you basically, to fix your sense of inner self, you're going to pull in, you're going to say, hey, I like how that feels. And it's just going to be a happy result that your boundary issues start getting fixed, because it's very replenishing to turn within and to maintain that sense. And like, oh, wow. You know, I sense myself. It's like you're filling yourself in the more you maintain that sense of yourself. And so boom, 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 you know, with just the Friday healing and the shifts that come with that, now she fixed her boundary issues in her 5th chakra level and halfway through her 4th chakra level. So now she basically has boundary issues in 4, 3, 2, 1, not 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I mean, she is like the poster child for this set, you know, so that's a big step for her with the first healing of the 3 healings, that she's already resolved some of her boundary issues. And it's huge because 5th chakra, to resolve your boundary issues there, that means your 5th layer and your 5th chakra, which is inner voice. So that means she's a lot less likely to have negative inner thoughts, and she's a lot more likely to have peace of mind, you know, which is a big deal. So even just 1 chakra level of improvement, you know, is a big win. And again, you know, it's 3 healings in this set. So I'm going to be able to watch her and see the more we help her clear out you know, with these healings, her inner self space, the more she's going to like that space, and she's going to stay in there, and that's going to keep replenishing it. And that's going to kind of seal up her boundary issues that she generally has in, you know, more and more chakras. If we take someone that maybe has more typical boundary issues, you know, like busy woman, 2 kids, busy work, you know, she's married, on the go a lot. I think she basically had boundary issues in her lower 3 chakras before this set. So 3, 2, and 1. 3, 2, and 1. So now with the first healing, she, with her, I think she's going to need maybe the Sunday healing to get better at the 3rd. I mean, I see that she's getting better, but is there's sort of this push and pull. I think part of it is because her kids are really young, and that is a lot of pressure on your inner self space because you have these little beings that depend on you to live, you know, meaning your kids. And it pulls you out of yourself a lot. I mean, it doesn't have to keep them alive. It's not like if you pull within, now they're gonna die. It's not the way it is, but it kind of does a number on your brain, you know, and so anyway, after I think the Sunday healing, then she'll stop having so many boundary issues at the 3rd chakra. And then maybe after the Tuesday healing, hopefully then she'll get better with her boundary issues at the 2nd chakra, which is emotions. So anyway, that's the point, that the more you cultivate this inner space, and you know, Jophiel, the Archangel, she was saying that this inner space, this inner self space, it doesn't really relate to a chakra, but if you had to pick a chakra, you know, it could be your 4th chakra, but it's not meant to be a chakra because you don't really want to be centered in your 4th. I mean, if any one chakra you want to be centered in, it would be your 6th because that's clear sight and it helps you to have boundaries. Maybe if we had to say it's chakra related, it would be the marriage of 6 + 4. You know, if we have to make it chakra related, it would be 6 + 4, like vision and boundaries and self-love. So they're coming together. But you can just imagine like this inner space that you come into to sense yourself. And it's within you, and you want that to be just this beautiful, you know, Jophiel said green energy, you know, like a self-love vibrational level plus gold light. So you just want to be able to come in and just get this sense of who you are and yourself. And, you know, it builds over time, you know, so if you don't have this nirvana awakening right now, don't lose faith. But that's the idea of this set. That the more we help you to clear the energy blocks from that space, the better you'll feel when you do pull within. And then just as an automatic result, it will start resolving some of your chakra boundary issues, chakra and aura boundary issues. So then again, as an automatic result, you'll stop overgiving. The idea is that you're accidentally overgiving to distract yourself because you don't like what you sense when you're turning within. So like that overgiving is sort of this accidental distraction game that you're playing with yourself. So we're going to reverse that in this triplet set and with these techniques, so that you clear out whatever you don't like when you're turning within. You know, blocked energy is what makes you not like yourself. If you clear that out, then you just really feel a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy within yourself. I promise. So anyway, that's this triplet set. And the techniques will be in 2 technique videos. There's one that's under 20 minutes, the first one, and that's all the preparatory work, like aura repair, grounding work, unraveling resistance work. And I recommend that as a preparation before you do the inner self work. And the inner self work, I also put as part of that video, you know, the second part of that video, I put, you know, flower healing work and melt your wall work. And we wrapped up with a blessing from your angels and the Archangel Jophiel. In that second technique video. So there's 2 technique videos for this set. The first one is under 20 minutes and the second one is maybe, I don't know, probably 27 minutes. I don't remember. But you can do these videos while you're doing other things, particularly if you do the first one first, because that'll get you, you know, pretty centered. So let's finish up this. Oh, I do want to make a quick note. January and February triplet sets are up on my website. There's the January 18th set still coming. That one is selling out a little faster than this one did. I think the title is sexier than the Find Yourself one of this set. So there's like 21 spots left in that, and you know, it'd be nice. I welcome anyone that wants to join in. Go ahead and pay on my site. The rates are lower than you might think. If you've never checked out the rates, you might be surprised. Okay, cool. So, oh, and there will be a, I'm going to try to release it tonight. Also, so that is actually, yeah, I'm going to try to release it tonight. It's this recording that is, recommendations by 3 different archangels for January 2019. It's like self-healing tips and stuff that are good always, but also specific to this exact month that we're in right now, January 2019. And the archangels giving those messages are Metatron and Archangel Uriel and Archangel Jophiel. So that's about a 30-minute recording. That's not a free recording. That's $15 on my website. And if you, there will be a sample video that I make too that will be like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 minutes long, and that'll be free. So if you want to, you know, a little bit of the recommendations, you can just listen to the free sample. But anyway, so that will be available too. I want to give you a heads up on that. There's a special menu on my website called Metatron at this point. That's what it's called. And if you go in there, then you'll see the link to buy the January 2019 Metatron monthly energy healing forecast is what it's called. Because Archangel Metatron does it with me every time, every month. And then like we have guest archangels that also give messages each month. So it's really cool. But anyway, so let's end with a blessing and healing, just like this triplet set healing ended. You just say, angels, can you please give me a blessing and healing? And also Archangel Jophiel, can you give me a blessing and a healing? And if you don't know about archangels and that's a little too weird for you, you can skip that part and just say angels. Or you could say both. Angels and Archangel Jophiel, can you please give me a blessing and a healing? All right, good job, guys. And that blessing may be continuing for another couple minutes. Your angels will know when to finish that off, okay? All right, thanks so much for listening. And I think you're awesome for learning about healing yourself. Bye.